Good morning, Zach. It's Friday, and you're actually here in that way, reading or something. So, this past week, we've been hammering across the idea of math as an art form. But although that's a beautiful interpretation of the subject, it may not be very inspiring to some. Some of us go through life saying, I can't draw, or I have no musical ability, and be fine with it. So, let's talk a little bit about why math can be useful to all of us. And no, I don't necessarily mean a set curriculum of calculus or statistics or even the ability to do random mental math. What I do mean is mathematically reasoning about the world around us. See, mathematics as its core is logical. Anytime you make a decision based solely on various cases of objective truth and their implications, you're reasoning mathematically. Anytime you buy a bottle of dish detergent based on unit price, or anytime you try size 10.5 shoe because the 10 was too small and the 11 was too big, or anytime you choose which mortgage or life insurance policy to get based on considering payment and value, you're reasoning mathematically. This is just math applied to purchasing decisions. Anytime you make a concise argument in favor of something, or find holes in the logic of somebody else's argument, or even find logical holes in the plot of a movie or a book, you're also reasoning mathematically, as weird as that sounds. This is just mathematical logic applied to rhetoric and communication. Anytime you think, if I do this, this will happen, or else that other thing will happen. If the other thing will happen, then one of these things will happen. Anytime you give somebody directions to your house, or anytime you have to teach somebody something that you find so innate, but you have to break down into smaller steps you're not used to, that's reasoning mathematically. In fact, you're reasoning much like a programmer at that point. But aside from being logical, math is inherently abstract. This means that if one line of reasoning works in one case, given the right circumstances, it should work in all cases. Remember that dish detergent you bought earlier? The abstract reasoning here is to purchase based on unit price, which can be applied to similar purchases, peanut butter, mayonnaise, what have you. Remember the argument soon afterward? Maybe you bought some shoes and your friend yelled at you because they're made by Skechers, which have disappointed him in the past. Reasoning mathematically, you decide that this isn't logical. In fact, it's a certain type of not being logical. You decide it's illogical to point out personal experience as an argument against the product. This is inherently more abstract than deciding it's illogical to point out a bad experience with Skechers. And with that abstraction, you can apply the reasoning to other cases. So basically, logic and abstraction. That's it. Numbers are just a specific case of a set or a group. A lot of things in math are just specific cases, but really at its core, logic and abstraction. And if you can apply those concepts and reason mathematically about the world around you, you're golden. I'll see you on Monday.